Smoke still rose from the broken tanks. Ash fell from the sky like black snow. The battle was over. But silence felt worse than gunfire. Corporal Daron Briggs walked slowly across the field. His boots crunched over metal, blood, and bone. He held his rifle low, scanning the ruins, but it wasn't the enemy he feared now. It was something else, something he couldn't explain. Bodies of both humans and aliens lay scattered everywhere. The war had ended just 2 hours ago. A ceasefire was declared after years of brutal fighting, but now something didn't feel right. Then he heard it, a scream, sharp, painful. Not like anything he had heard before, it came from the edge of the crater. Near a burning shuttle, Darren ran toward it. Heart pounding, as he got closer, he saw movement. Someone or something was crawling on the ground. It was an alien warrior. His armor was cracked. Blood pouring from his side. One of the fierce Bravac soldiers. The same kind who had killed Darren's squad months ago. But this one wasn't fighting. He was shaking, groaning. Dragging himself with one arm, his other hand clutched his chest. Then the alien locked eyes with Darren. His pupils were wide, wild, glowing faint red. And then he screamed, "It's inside me. Take IT out." Darren froze. The alien was crying, shaking, like something was tearing him apart from the inside. "Take it out." The alien begged again. He was clawing at his own skin. Blood sprayed across the dirt as he scratched his chest. "Please. I don't want to die like this." Darren lowered his gun. His fingers twitched. His breath caught in his throat. The soldier part of him screamed to walk away, but something deeper held him in place. He stepped closer. "What's inside you?" Daron asked, voice steady but low. The alien's breathing was fast. Too fast. "Parasite," he whispered. "Bioweapon. They used it on us. But it turned. It thinks. It learns. It wants more bodies." Daron blinked. He looked down at the alien's chest. Something moved, a slow ripple, like something was swimming beneath the skin. Then another, and another. It wasn't muscle spasms. It was alive. Darren grabbed his radio. "This is Corporal Briggs Sector 9. I have a live Bravac soldier infected with something unknown. I'm requesting immediate medivac." Static crackled back at him. "Say again, Briggs. Did you say infected?" "Yes," Darren said, looking at the alien who now clutched his arm. The alien was crying now. Tears streaked through blood and ash on his face. His voice dropped to a whisper. "Don't let it win. Don't let it spread. Burn me if you have to." But Daron couldn't burn him. He saw fear in the alien's eyes. Not rage, pain, not violence. He made a decision. He called for the emergency stretcher. He stayed beside the alien until help arrived. Others didn't want to touch him. Some said to shoot him on the spot, but Daron didn't move. "He's not our enemy right now," he said. "He's a victim, just like us." The alien passed out, still clutching his chest, still twitching in pain as they carried him away. Darren noticed something else on the back of the alien's neck. The skin had turned black and pulsing, like veins were being replaced by something else. Not metal, not flesh, something different. And as the stretcher moved away, the alien's hand jerked upward for a moment. His fingers pointed at Daron, and then his mouth moved silently. But Daron could read the words on his lips. "Your next asterisk, the emergency tent was cold. Even with the heating units humming in the corners. Lights flickered, casting strange shadows on the metallic walls." Corporal Darren Briggs stood beside the medical table. The alien warrior, still unconscious, was strapped down with thick, reinforced cuffs. But even now, the body moved. Not from breath, not from muscle, from something else. Under the alien's purple skin, shapes slithered, like worms twisting just beneath the surface every few seconds. A lump would rise under his ribs and slide up toward his neck, then vanish, then repeat. Darren swallowed hard. He had seen many things in the war: explosions, torture, alien beasts, but this felt wrong, like nature itself was being broken from the inside. A human medic walked over, holding a scanner. Her name tag read, Dr. Lana Mirek. She looked pale, lips tight, eyes narrowed. "I don't know what this is," she said, voice quiet. "The scanner says there's something inside him. But it's not a parasite like we've seen before." Duran glanced down. "Then what is it?" Dr. Mirek shook her head. "It's intelligent, maybe semi-sentient. It's using his nervous system like a nest." Before Duran could answer, the alien's eyes snapped open. They glowed a deep red, this time not rage, not bloodlust, but awareness. The alien started to speak. But the voice was wrong, too calm, too smooth. "Like glass sliding over stone, you should have let me die," it said. But it wasn't him speaking. Dr. Mirek stepped back, heart racing. "That's not his voice," she whispered. And it wasn't. The alien's body twitched again. Then the chest rose unnaturally. Bones cracked under the pressure of something expanding inside. Then it shrank again. The alien blinked fast. His face twisted in pain. Then his true voice returned, weak and shaking. "Help me," he whispered. "It's learning from me. It sees you now. It likes you." Duran felt the blood drain from his face. "What does it want?" The alien coughed violently, black fluid spraying onto the sheets. His hands strained against the cuffs. "It doesn't just want a host," he groaned. "It wants a better one." The lights above flickered again. Dr. Mirek looked at her tablet, reading neural patterns. "This thing. It's communicating across his whole body, maybe even remotely." Suddenly, the tent lights went out for 2 full seconds. There was nothing but black. Then emergency red lights flicked on. Bathing the tent in bloody glow, a voice came from the tent speaker. "Power disruption, containment level compromised." Darren gripped his rifle, his heart pounding again. The alien opened his mouth. But the thing inside spoke again, using his throat. "We were made in your image," it said. "We will outgrow the shell." "Just like you outgrew the cave." Dr. Mirek looked terrified now. "What is it talking about?" she asked, stepping closer to Duran. The alien gasped, his voice pushing through again. "They made it during the First War, my people. In secret, a living weapon, one that adapts, evolves, never dies, but we lost control." Darren clenched his fists. "And now it wants to jump to a new body," he said slowly. The alien nodded, crying now. "You're stronger, more stable, better for it. Please, don't let it take you." Dr. Mirek's scanner beeped sharply. The parasite was spiking, its energy levels doubling every few seconds. Suddenly, the alien's back arched hard, his body shivering violently. Then, still bound by the cuffs, he began to laugh. Not his laugh, something else's laugh. Cold, echoing, emotionless. "I see your mind." "Human," it said through the alien's mouth. "You have pain buried deep. I can make it go away." Duran raised his gun, trembling now. "Shut up," he said. The parasite only smiled with the alien's mouth. "Or," it whispered, "I can bring it all back." That was enough. Duran turned to Dr. Mirek. "Prep the tools. We're cutting it out." Her eyes widened. "We don't have the equipment for that," she said. "No surgical AI, no nanoblades. We'll use what we have," he said. "I'm not letting that thing spread." The alien's voice broke through again. "Thank you. If I survive, I'll owe you my life." Duran looked at him and whispered, "No, you'll owe me your mind." And then he pulled on the gloves. The cutting was about to begin. The tent smelled like metal and blood. Old field lights buzzed above, casting a dull yellow glow. Corporal Duran Briggs stood beside the operating table. His gloves were already sticky with dark fluid. The alien warrior trembled, strapped down, his chest half open. The parasite was inside, twisting through muscle and bone. Not a single shape, but many like black threads, alive and growing. Dr. Lana Myrak held the surgical clamps with shaking hands. "This thing's not a worm," she said. "It's part of his nervous system now. It's not just inside him," she whispered. "It's becoming him." Darren leaned closer, squinting into the open wound, and there it was. A slick black mass pulsing behind the ribs. It had no eyes, no mouth, but somehow it watched them. It moved slowly, then fast. A spike of it reached for the scalpel in Lana's hand. She gasped and pulled back. "Did you see that?" "It's aware of us." Darren didn't hesitate. He reached in with the tongs and grabbed it. The parasite thrashed like a live wire. The alien screamed in pain, body arching against the cuffs. "You're hurting him." Lana shouted, "It's hurting him." Darren growled. Pulling harder, the black tissue tore. A high-pitched screech filled the air, not from the alien, but from the parasite itself. Then, silence. The black strand Duran pulled out twitched in the metal tray. It looked like a mix of plant, machine, and liquid live. But unnatural, even cut off. It tried to crawl. Reaching for skin, for warmth, Darren dumped it into a sealed jar. That's when the alien's eyes snapped open, but this time he didn't scream. He didn't speak. Instead, his lips moved silently, like someone else was controlling them. His head tilted slowly, unnaturally, and then the voice returned. "You are impressive." "Human," it said through the alien's mouth. "We didn't expect your mind to resist so long." Duran stepped back. "What do you mean, we?" The parasite's voice chuckled. "We are not one. We are many. Each host gives us knowledge. Each removal teaches us how not to be removed again. You learn. We adapt." Lana backed up, her face pale. "This thing, it's not just a virus," she whispered. "It's a network." The alien's body began to sweat. Skin darkening again, the parasite was fighting back inside, trying to take full control. "Then I'll burn every piece of you," Darren said, reaching for the incinerator unit. But before he could push the button, the alien turned his head fast and locked eyes with him. "Wait," the alien gasped, his true voice again. "Weak, but there, don't destroy it yet." I can feel it thinking, remembering, talking to the others. "The others?" Lana asked. "There are more?" "Yes," the alien said, breathing heavily. "More hosts, hidden. Some human, some alien. Connected through the infection, it's how they grow by spreading." Silently, suddenly, the sealed jar cracked. The black strand inside coiled tighter, then loosened again like it was mocking them. Lana sealed it in a biolock chamber, sweating hard. "This needs to be taken to Deep Core Labs of World," she said. But Darren shook his head. "No, we finish it here." The alien looked at him with hollow eyes. "You can't destroy it yet," he whispered. "If you do, it will warn the others across the link. They'll hide, bury themselves in children, pets, prisoners." Darren clenched his fists. "Then what do we do?" "I can trace it," the alien said. "Now that part of it is gone. I can feel where the rest are, but you must trust me." Duran looked into the alien's face, scarred, burned, once an enemy, now something else. "If this is a trap," he said slowly, "I'll shoot you myself." The alien gave a weak smile. "That would be mercy." Lana stepped closer. "We still need to cut out more of it's not done yet." "No," Darren said. "We wait. We let him lead us to the others." The alien's breathing slowed. His eyes shut once more, but this time he slept peacefully. Daron turned to Lana, Prep the equipment. We're going to need a full neural sync, she hesitated. You're not thinking of connecting your mind to his? I have to, Darren said. We don't just need to cut it out. We need to understand it outside the medical tent. The battlefield was silent again. But deep in the shadows, other hosts began to stir. The parasite had felt the pain, and now? It was preparing to strike back. Asterisk rain tapped against the emergency tent, soft at first, then harder. The storm outside was nothing compared to what was about to happen inside. Corporal Duran Briggs stood beside the sleeping alien warrior. His hands hovered over the medical table. Tools were laid out in perfect rows, none of them meant for this. Not for cutting into something half flesh. Half parasite, Dr. Lana Mirek watched with narrowed eyes. This is reckless, she said. We don't even know how deep it goes. Darren didn't look at her. He was already tightening the straps around the alien's wrists and ankles. I know, he said. But we don't have a choice. The alien's body twitched. Not from dreams, from movement. The infection inside was waking again. Darren turned on the headlamp. Its narrow beam lit the alien's chest, now marked with dark lines like roots, spreading beneath the skin, more visible than before, faster. He doesn't have long, Darren said. I wait anymore. And that thing will take full control. Lana shook her head slowly. You're not a surgeon, I'm a soldier, he replied. I've cut things out before, she sighed. Stepped beside him. I'll assist, she said. But if it reaches his brain, we burn it, Duran finished. The alien's eyes fluttered, then snapped open. He gasped. Chest rising fast, panic clear in his voice. It's angry now, he whispered. It knows we're trying to cut it out. It'll try to stop us, Lana said quietly. But Duran already knew. He leaned in close, speaking softly. Hold on, just hold on. I'm going to save you. The alien laughed weakly. Funny. Coming from someone who wanted me dead a week ago. You're not the same thing I fought, Darren said. Not anymore, he made the first cut. The alien cried out, muscles tensing, but Darren kept going. Black fluid oozed from the wound, not blood. Not natural, it hissed as it touched the air, releasing a foul smell. Here it comes, Lana warned, watching the monitor. The parasite was moving fast now. It knew what they were doing, knew they were close. Darren reached in with the tongs. He could feel something pull back like it was hiding deeper inside the body. It's running, he said. Then dig, Lana snapped. He gritted his teeth and pushed deeper. The alien screamed, suddenly. The tent lights flickered again. A shockwave hit the room. The power units buzzed and surged. Monitors flashed red. Something inside the alien's body pulsed. Hard, like a second heartbeat, neural spike. Lana shouted, it's reaching for his brain. Duran didn't hesitate. He grabbed the laser scalpel and sliced up toward the neck. The parasite reacted violently. Sending a black tendril up the throat, the alien coughed, choked. Lana grabbed a clamp and shoved it down, keep it away from the spine. But it was fast, faster than they'd seen before. It was learning, adapting. Fighting back with every second, the alien began to seize. His eyes rolled back, foam at his mouth. Darren screamed, nitrogen monoxide, and pushed harder with the scalpel. He felt the blade hit something hard, not bone. The core, a glowing mass like crystal wrapped in liquid muscle. It's the source, Lana whispered. Destroy that, it dies. Darren looked at her. Then nodded. With one clean motion, he plunged the scalpel in. A scream ripped from the alien's mouth. No. Not the aliens, the parasites. The lights exploded above them. The air turned cold. Every screen shut off. Then? Silence. The alien lay limp. The black fluid stopped moving. The tendrils shriveled up like burned paper. The infection had stopped. Darren stepped back, breathing hard. His hands shook. His chest burned. He had done it. Lana quickly scanned the alien. He's alive, she whispered. Heartbeat stable. Parasite is flatlined. Duran dropped the tool to the floor. His body sagged with relief. The alien blinked slowly. Did we win? He asked, voice hoarse. Darren smiled just a little. Not yet, he said. But we just gave it one hell of a loss. The alien closed his eyes again, but this time he was at peace, outside. The storm raged on, but inside the tent, there was quiet, for now. The rain had stopped, but the silence it left behind felt heavier than thunder. Corporal Duran Briggs sat on the edge of a bunk inside the medical tent. His hands were clean, his uniform dry, but his head, his mind was not. He stared at the wall, at nothing, for hours now. He had been hearing whispers. Faint, strange words, too soft to understand. But they were there, always there. Dr. Lana Mirek watched him from across the room. She was checking the alien's vitals. The parasite had been removed. The alien warrior was alive. Healing, stable, even sleeping peacefully now. But Darren couldn't rest. He rubbed his temples. His ears felt full. Like water was trapped inside, only... It wasn't water. It was something else. You okay? Lana asked, walking over. Darren looked up slowly. I keep hearing things, he said quietly. Lana frowned. What kind of things? He hesitated. Voices, he whispered. Not loud, but deep, like someone's talking under my skin. Lana checked his neural scan. Nothing looked wrong. No signs of infection, she said. Your brain is clean, but Darren shook his head. It doesn't feel clean. He stood up. Pacing slowly, I touched that thing. Lana, he said. I cut it. I felt it move. What if a part of it got through? Lana didn't answer right away. She turned back toward the alien warrior. He was still asleep, still calm, until suddenly he gasped, sitting up fast, eyes wide with terror. Darren rushed over. What is it? The alien was breathing hard. I saw them, he whispered. They're not dead. Darren's chest tightened. You mean the parasite? No, the alien said slowly. I mean the others. Other hosts, scattered, connected. Sleeping, but now they're waking up. Duran stepped back. That's impossible. We killed the one inside you. The alien looked at him. No, he said. You killed a piece. The network. The hive. It's still alive. Lana came closer. Eyes locked on the monitor. There's something new, she whispered. A strange pattern was forming on the screen. Waves of brain activity, not from the alien. From Duran, she looked at him slowly. Your brain? It's resonating. Darren clenched his fists. I knew it, he muttered. It left something in me. A silence fell over the tent. Then the alien spoke again, softer this time. I can feel them speaking to you. They think you're one of them. Darren's skin crawled. What are they saying? The alien paused, then looked up. He's strong, he repeated. Take him slowly. Let him believe he's free. Darren felt sick. I'm being studied, he said. Like a lab rat, Lana nodded, face pale. It's using your thoughts, like a wire. Sending signals back and forth. Low-frequency communication, brain to brain. But I'm not infected, Duran snapped. No, she said, you're connected. The alien stood slowly. Wobbling on weak legs, there may be a way to break the link, he said. But it's dangerous. Tell me, Darren said. You have to enter the dream space, the alien replied. A place where their minds meet, where the hive thinks and sleeps. If you find the core there, and destroy it. Lana shook her head. That's madness. How do we even access that? There's a ritual, the alien said. My people used it long ago. We abandoned it. Too dangerous, too painful. But now, it may be our only hope. Duran looked between them. His heart was beating fast. He could still hear the whispers louder now. They're coming for me, he said. They want full control. Then we fight them where they live, the alien replied. In the dark, Darren nodded. Set it up, he said. We enter their mind. Outside, the storm began again. But this time, it wasn't just water hitting the roof. It was footsteps. The whispers were calling others. The parasite had started to spread, and if Deron failed inside the dream space, the world would follow. Deron lay on the cold metal table. Wires from the alien machine wrapped around his arms, his chest, and his head. The alien warrior stood beside him, eyes glowing faint blue. His hands moved over ancient controls carved with runes. The ritual had begun. Dr. Lana Mirek hovered close, unsure whether to stop it or help it. This is insane, she whispered. We're putting your consciousness inside something that eats minds. Deron, he didn't respond. His eyes were closed, breathing steady. But his fingers twitched, and then they stilled. The alien leaned in. He's crossed the threshold, he said. Now. We wait, inside the dream space. There was no sky, no ground, no body. Deron floated in blackness. He tried to move, but there was no weight. No muscle, only thought, only awareness. Then he felt heat. A flicker of warmth in the cold void. It grew slowly like fire in the belly of a cave. Flames swirled around him, but they didn't burn. They whispered, "Welcome, Deron. Welcome to the fire. Welcome home." He looked down and saw himself. But not whole. Pieces were missing. His childhood. His memories of the war, even the face of his mother gone. The fire reached toward him. We are the gaps, it said. We filled what you lost. We made you stronger. No, Darren growled. You stole from me? The fire hissed back. We offered you peace. Human, no more nightmares, no more pain, just unity. I don't want your unity, he said. I want my mind back. The flame curled into a shape. A tall figure shifting between alien and human. Its face was smooth, featureless, but it felt familiar, too familiar. You can't destroy me, it said. I'm in your breath, your blood. Your memories. Suddenly, fire rushed up Deron's legs. He tried to run, but there was no floor, only thoughts spinning, drowning. The voice spoke again, louder, crueler. Let go. Deron, you're already ours. You touched us. You invited us in. No, he shouted. I came here to end this. Then, he felt something. A spark knot from the parasite, from himself, a memory. His squad laughing around a fire. A child he rescued during the war, his promise to protect. I remember who I am, he whispered. I remember what you tried to erase. The flame screamed. The void around him cracked. Suddenly, he saw doors. Dozens of them, each glowing red, pulsing like hearts. These are your links, a voice said behind him. It was the alien warrior inside the dream too. I found you, he said. I followed the bond between us, then help me destroy it, Darren said, pointing at the doors. Each one led to another infected host. Each one kept the hive alive. The alien held out his hand, in your mind. You hold fire, use it. Deron reached inside himself. And fire answered. Not the parasite's fire. His own, made from pain, will, rage, and love. He cast the flame at the doors. One by one, they caught fire. Screaming voices poured out. Begging, lying, pleading. But he didn't stop. Another door burned, then another. The hive shrieked in agony. You're killing them? The parasite cried. Your own kind? No, Deron said. I'm saving them. The last door stood at the center. Bigger than the rest, carved with symbols. The core, the alien nodded. This one is different, he warned. It holds their mind, their memory. Their queen Deron stared at it, flames in both hands. Then he walked forward, Step by step, the corridor pulsed violently. "You will lose yourself," the voice warned. "We will burn together." "Good," Duran whispered. He slammed the fire into it. A blinding light exploded. The dream space shattered. The fire roared one final time. Then, silence. Back in the real world, Darren's body jolted. His eyes snapped open. Mouth gasping for air, Lana grabbed his arm. "You're back." She shouted, "You're alive." The alien warrior smiled weakly. "I felt the bond break." He sighed the hive. "It's gone." Duran leaned back, sweat pouring from his skin. His voice cracked. "Not gone," he whispered, "just scattered. But they know one thing now." Lana leaned in. "What's that?" Darren looked up, eyes burning like fire. "They know humans can fight back." The sun finally rose over the battlefield. Not burning red like before, but soft, golden, warm. As if the world itself was trying to forget what had happened. Corporal Duran Briggs stood outside the medical tent. A fresh scar ran down his left temple. His eyes were tired, but sharp. He wasn't the same man who stepped into that storm of fire days ago. Something inside him had changed. Something that could never be undone behind him. The alien warrior walked slowly toward the light. He no longer wore armor, no more battle claws. Just simple cloth wrapped around his shoulders and arms. He had been a weapon, a soldier, a target. Now, he was just alive. Lana stepped out beside them, arms crossed. "The tests are clear," she said. "No signs of infection in either of you. You both survived." Darren nodded. "But survival isn't enough anymore." The alien glanced at him. "You mean the fragments?" "Yes," Darren said. "The hive mind is broken, but not dead. It's scattered. Pieces floating out there in space, some in other hosts. Some waiting to grow again." Lana frowned. "We should warn command." "We will," Darren replied. "But they won't believe it until it's too late." The alien looked up at the sky. "My people created the hive to end war," he said. "But it became the very thing we feared most. Now, I will help stop it." Lana raised an eyebrow. "You sure the humans will let you walk freely after all that?" The alien turned slowly. "I don't walk as a warrior now," he said. "I walk beside him." Darren smirked. "Apparently, I'm stuck with him." They both shared a small laugh. The first real one since the nightmare began. Later that day, they stood before the command tent. High officers stared coldly at the alien. Some wanted him locked up, others wanted him studied. But Darren stepped forward and raised his voice. "He saved my life," Darren said. "And I saved his. He could have killed us all. But he helped me kill the hive instead. I trust him." The room went silent. One officer spoke up. "You trust an alien who carried a living parasite in his brain?" Darren stepped closer. "I've seen humans do worse." He risked everything for a world that didn't belong to him. "Sounds like a soldier to me." After a long pause, the orders came through. They were given a ship, a mission, and a choice. Find the scattered fragments, track down the infected, and end the hive once and for all. Not as enemies, not as strangers, but as brothers. Before they left, Lana pulled Duran aside. "Why are you really doing this?" she asked. "You could stay here, rest, heal." Duran looked out at the alien loading supplies onto the shuttle. "Because I felt them," he said quietly. "I saw how easy it is to lose your mind to something that promises peace. And I won't let anyone else fall into that fire." Lana nodded, then handed him a small case. Inside was a vial clear with glowing specks. "The last piece of the parasite we extracted," she said. "Just in case you need to understand it again." He stared at it for a long moment, then sealed it away that night as the shuttle left the planet. Darren and the alien sat side by side. No words for a while, just stars and silence. Then the alien spoke softly. "You never asked my name." Darren looked at him, surprised. "I didn't think you wanted to share it." The alien nodded. "It was taken from me when I became a weapon, but now I want it back." Darren smiled. "Then tell me." The alien looked out the window. Eyes calm. "My name is Kelrith." "Son of a healer." Darren nodded slowly. "Well, Kale," he said, "you're not a weapon anymore. You're my brother." Kale smiled. Not a warrior's grin, but the quiet smile of someone finally free. And together, they flew toward the stars. To hunt what once hunted them, to save what could still be saved. Not for glory, not for war, but because sometimes brotherhood is chosen not by blood, but by fire.